I'd like to welcome you all here to this year's Athletic Hall of Fame induction. Today we are honoring Amy Marotta Lester from the class of 2004 and Ben Brain from the class of 2003. The Columbus Academy Athletic Hall of Fame is designed to recognize and honor former student athletes, coaches, and other individuals who have made exceptional contributions to the athletic program at Columbus Academy. Membership in the Athletic Hall of Fame is limited to those individuals who have brought positive recognition to the school, enhanced the reputation of the school, and have made outstanding contributions as either a superior competitor or as an outstanding coach. Currently, there are 48 inductees in the Columbus Academy's Athletic Hall of Fame. Amy and Ben will be number 49 and number 50, respectively. I had the privilege to attend CA with both Amy and Ben and think they are two wonderful examples of the athletic prowess and competitive spirit of that era. So now I'd like to invite up Coach Anne Horton to come up and say a few words about our first inductee, Amy.
Good afternoon. I am thrilled to be back at Columbus Academy. I spent many days as a teacher and coach at this place, so it warms my heart to be back. Better yet, it is wonderful that we're here to recognize Amy Marotta Lester and Ben Brain as inductees into the Athletic Hall of Fame. I would like to thank a few folks for making this possible: Michael Haddock and Melissa Soderberg. And I have to also, I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize Danny Sparks and Allie Hillall. Yes. They were longtime assistants with me who got to enjoy coaching Amy as well. The Hall of Fame recognition area that is displayed between the MAC and the Jones Gyms allows us to walk back in time to relive some wonderful athletic memories that have been created by many of our former scholar athletes. The one part of it all that really hits a chord with me is when I see all those fabulous ladies. I remember when the first girl went up and I was so excited that they've earned this special recognition. Well, today, Amy Marotta Lester is another fantastic addition to this prestigious group. Peggy, Amy, I'm not going to make you get up, Peggy. It's okay. Peggy, Amy, Joe, and Kate. I know that Bob Marotta is smiling ear to ear with us today. Thank you for asking me to join you for this recognition. In coaching Amy, it meant that her parents and family were always nearby supporting her every step of the way. Her love of Academy is also seen with her siblings as they were Columbus Academy graduates. Joe is a 1994 graduate and was a former alumni board president. Kate, a 2000 graduate, played for Lockheed lacrosse and then went on to play varsity lacrosse at Notre Dame. I never had nothing against her, but Amy's husband, Drew Lester, graduated from Academy in 2002. They currently live in Upper Arlington with their sons Sam, Vinny, and Liam. Amy was also involved with other areas of school besides sports. She was a 4-year service board member and a 4-year art society member and co-president her senior year. Larry Larson, many of you knew him when he was here in town. He was a former sports reporter, athletic director, and coach, and he created his Stand and Deliver program for the area. Larry would pick specific athletes to travel around Columbus to give speeches to students about the benefits and importance of getting involved in sports. Her senior year, she was selected to join this prestigious group, and Larry would tell me how wonderful Amy was at sharing her stories with the other students. He bragged about her all the time. She also played an active role with Ohio High School Athletic Association in helping create the Respect the Game program in 2004. This was done under the direction of the Ohio High School Athletic Association Sportsmanship, Ethics, and Integrity Committee. Now here's some fun stuff. Let's listen to this. She was a 4-year varsity athlete in field hockey and lacrosse, and she wore that CA uniform with pride. I was the lucky one, though, because I got to coach her. She had an approachable manner about her. It was almost like she had this double-sided personality, so sweet. Had this kindness, but as soon as she walked onto the pitch, she had a grind and gritty determination that made her a cut above. Her work ethic was exceptional. I could always count on her giving it 100%. Whether in practice or game day, she always left it on the field. As a captain, she led by example. Her teammates respected her and relied on her abilities almost to a fault. We were up at Hudson one Saturday, and we watched our team's poor production on the field. And the only way we stayed competitive that day was because of Amy. I remember yelling at the team, if you get off of Amy's back and help her, we might have a chance to win today. I can't remember what happened, maybe that's a good thing. As a player, her graceful yet dynamic movements left her opponents in awe. She had a way of weaving through traffic and had a thunderous hit which found the back of the cage for many goals. She netted a total of 40 goals and had 13 assists. Danny Sparks shared with me one day. She said it was game day. Now Danny always stood behind the cage. She was in charge of the goalies and the defensive marking. She told me, I know I positioned myself really well. She said, but gosh, Amy hit the ball. She found the back of the cage and me. She hit me so hard it left a mark that I carried with me for weeks. She goes, I learned my lesson when she was looking to score. In 4 years, she was part of 3 state field hockey championships. 1 runner-up. I'm very proud of that. But even more impressive, during her junior and senior year, the team had 36 wins, 2 losses, and 2 ties. Not too shabby. But the success of the team can be reflected due to Amy's presence on the field. Here are a few of her accolades. Okay, here we go. She won the Plessinger Cup her senior year. She was CD 101 Field Hockey Player of the Year her senior year. Suburban News Field Hockey Player of the Year her junior year. 610 WTVN Field Hockey Athlete of the Week 2 times her junior year. Most Valuable Defender her sophomore year. First team All-League honors her sophomore, junior, and senior year. Most Valuable Player her junior and senior year. Regional All-American, second team All-American her senior year. All-Ohio her junior and senior year. As already mentioned, she was captain, and she was a US FHA Junior Olympian. Mayor Coleman declared October 24th, 03 as Amy Marotta Day for her sports accomplishments. Her talents did not go unnoticed as she earned a full scholarship to play field hockey at UVA. Amy was equally talented in lacrosse. She enjoyed playing in the state finals her freshman and sophomore year. We didn't win. It just got harder and harder to win that one. But anyway, Amy once again used her grace and athletic prowess to be a dynamic player for the lacrosse program. She earned first team All-League her junior and senior year. She was second team her sophomore year, captain, academic All-American, honorable mention All-American her senior year, and was the most valuable player her junior and senior year. Makes me tired just thinking about all that. But once Amy hung up her cleats, she continued to be an integral part of the Clovis Academy as she was the middle school field hockey assistant coach for 7 seasons and also coached middle school lacrosse for 6 seasons with Joanne Adams. It was a very sad day in our office when she decided not to return to help coach. As she understood the nuances of what was needed, and Coach Adams loved having her by her side. She's back there shaking her head. She was a lower school assistant teacher for 3 years. She even had my kiddo Kyle, which was very special for me that she had him in her class. As you can hear, Amy is one special lady. We were also fortunate to have had her as a player, student, coach. She's been a pivotal part of this community. I found a quote from the late Kobe Bryant, and he said, "Rest at the end, not in the middle." This quote reminds us to work hard not just when we want to, but all the time. It's about setting high standards and working to both achieve and maintain them. We need to be consistent every day, show up and put up the work, and well, that's just what Amy did. No matter what hat she was wearing, I knew we could always count on her to make a difference. This type of tenacious effort made her a leader through example and helped lift the teams to excellence. I cannot think of a more deserving young lady. I am super proud to have introduced Amy Marotta Lester as a Columbus Academy Hall of Fame inductee.
Michael told me this is the podium from junior speeches. Let's hope my legs don't shake the way they did that day. Thank you for that incredibly thoughtful introduction, Coach Horton. I'm so happy you're able to be here today to celebrate this moment with me. I'd like to thank Head of School Melissa Soderberg, the Alumni Board, and the Academy community for bestowing this honor upon me. And thank you to everyone who came here to celebrate. Your support warms my heart, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to reflect with you all today. I'd like to especially acknowledge Harry Huang, my very first friend I met here in kindergarten, and my teammate. She is the kindest and smartest person I've ever known and has been by my side through my entire academy experience. She flew all the way here from Colorado just to be here today. I am so honored to be included alongside everyone who came before me in the Hall of Fame. I am indebted to their contributions to Academy athletics. I feel lucky to have witnessed their triumphs when I was a young Viking, and even luckier to be able to call several Hall of Famers friends and teammates. I am excited to be inducted alongside Ben Bring, whose athletic accomplishments and Academy spirit make all of us alumni proud to be a Viking. Congratulations, Ben, on your most deserved recognition today. Being inducted together isn't the only thing we have in common, though. We both decided to marry fellow alums, and we both returned to Academy for work. My husband, Drew, was a teammate of Ben's in soccer and track, and Ben's wife, Miranda, who works here as well, was my beloved teammate in both field hockey and lacrosse. I even got to coach her little sisters. These are the special kinds of connections Academy alums get to enjoy over their lifetime. What I look forward to most about this day is the opportunity to publicly and loudly, over this microphone, thank those near and dear to my heart. All my memories of sports at Academy envelop these people and what we accomplished together. First and foremost, my family, whose love and support are the foundation of everything in my life. Mom, thank you for your patience it must have taken to raise me. Your third, last, and endlessly energetic child. No one could tire me out. You didn't know what to do with me. You encouraged me to try all sports, bike around town with friends until the sun came down, and you let me finish up neighborhood wiffle ball games even if dinner was on the table. Remember when I wanted to be a professional tennis player, or my football phase, when I was convinced I'd one day play for the Academy football team. Once settled on field hockey and lacrosse, you took me to camps, practices, and tournaments, even if it meant spending Thanksgiving away from home. You never missed a game and definitely saved our team from a few sprints by driving all the way from Upper Arlington to deliver a forgotten jersey. More than once. You loved my teams as much as I did, and one of the things I've grown to appreciate most about my parents' role in my athletic experiences was their ability to create a family amongst my teammates and their parents. Thank you to my first teammates, my big brother and sister. Joe, you instilled in me a love of sport. You played them all, and you knew teams and stats like nobody else. I think about your stadium drawings as a kid, with all the little people inside, your piles of sports almanacs, and your nightly runs with your orange Gatorade. I loved watching sports on TV with you and Dad because you made it such a thrill with your boisterous cheering. Thank you for always encouraging me, whether you were coaching my Little League softball, letting me take the shot in basketball, or throwing the football with me. I'd be with pride if I managed to catch one of your bullet passes. Kate, you gave me the opportunity to see someone excel at the sports I wanted to play. I had the good fortune of getting to watch all your games and experience the thrill of competition as your little sister and #1 fan. Watching you play alongside Emily Sinkhorn had a profound effect on me as a young athlete. Your natural athleticism and speed helped Academy win its first Division I state championship in lacrosse. I got to see you win a few more state titles before cheering you on at Notre Dame. Thank you for always having the energy for me. I was relentless in asking you to keep me entertained as a kid. I'm grateful you channeled so much of that into being outside and playing sports. Thank you to my husband, Drew, who knows how much Academy athletics mean to me, because they also mean that much to him. We like to lightheartedly compete with each other still. We have such a blast playing sports with our kids and seeing them play sports with their friends. Throwing footballs, playing knockout, pitching wiffle balls, and lacing soccer cleats is commonplace at our home. Sam, Benny, and Liam, I'm very proud of this award, but what I'm most proud of in life is being your mother. Thank you for bringing the joy of sports back into my life in a whole new way. I will always be around to be your passing partner. To my coaches, Anne Horton, Joanne Adams, Sparky, and Allie Hildahl, the overwhelming gratitude I have for your presence in my life is unending. You all are the standard of excellence by which I've compared dedication and work ethic throughout my life. You will always be family to me. Coach Horton, your ability to push athletes to their full potential while nurturing such love and camaraderie among your teams was magic. To do it while accomplishing unprecedented levels of success is extraordinary. Thank you for all the memories you've given me and life skills you've built along the way. I would not be receiving this recognition today if it weren't for you. Joanne. Joanne was my middle school coach, but came back into my life as an adult in a tremendous way. When my body had called it quits and I was no longer able to play, she encouraged me to coach. Those 13 seasons were some of the most cherished times of my life, and I got to experience all the many reasons everyone loves Joanne. To my teammates and your families, I share this honor completely with you. I still can't believe I got to play with the incomparable Kelsey Kieran. Talk about a master class as a freshman. I played with so many all-time greats. The Berger sisters, Kelly Hondros, Chelsea Clements, Natalia Simonello, and the list goes on. My most cherished teammate, Natalie DeSabato Rothschild, was the ultimate Viking athlete to me. She exemplified everything I wanted to be and still inspires me daily. Thank you to my great friend Ray Jones, an Academy standout. From kindergarten classmates to signing our national letters of intent together, you've always been a big support for me. And to my best friend, Reagan Riley, my middle school teammate, thank you for encouraging me to stay healthy with our walks and runs in this new phase of my life as a mom, which can be a difficult task when you're taking care of little kids. And thank you to all my teachers whose support and influence went beyond academics, but especially David Block and Christy Benning, if I can call you that, who were big fans of the class of '04. Mr. Block, you were the coolest, and your art room was my favorite place to be on campus. So much so that I've tried to recreate it in each house I've lived in. Mrs. Benning, though I was far from the top of your Latin 5 students, I let Harriet take the cake on that. You influenced me to live a life of service toward others. Every class or service board event with you impacted the person I wanted to be. Last but certainly not least, my dad. This day would have just brought him tremendous joy, right? He was the ultimate fan of sport, and he just loved putting others on a pedestal. When he passed, I heard from so many of my teammates in regards to how much his support meant to them as an athlete at CA. He had a very demanding job, as many people do, with lots of travel, but he never ever missed a game. In fact, he'd show up to our games before we even hit the field for warm-ups. It was his main event, waiting there with his yellow Sony Walkman on, listening to whatever sports he could, probably football, on the lookout for fellow parent and dear friend, Mr. DeSabato. My dad was proudly Italian and a New Yorker, which for him meant those attributes gave him innate strength and resilience. He used to say, and remember, you're a Marotta. Hearing that, or reminding myself that, would honestly give me everything I needed to get through a challenging practice or game or life. My brother-in-law, Michael, recently sent me a video of legendary basketball coach Joe Valvano speaking about his father. My dad loved basketball coaches. In the video, Coach Valvano, also a New York-born Italian, famously says, "My father gave me the greatest gift anyone could give another person. He believed in me. I know my dad gave me that gift and gave that gift to many of you I see today." In closing, thank you to Academy for this opportunity to join the Hall of Fame. It's been such a gift to have this time of reflection in my life and platform to express so much gratitude. I wholeheartedly have always found sports to be most meaningful because of the relationships and connections I've had through sports. I just always wanted to play with friends, and play through sport brought me joy. Accolades are byproducts of the hard work you put toward relationships and your craft, and it's my hope that young athletes at Academy, and especially my 3 boys, are experiencing the same thing. Thank you so much.